grab some popcorn, turn off all the lights, wrap yourself in a blanket, and curl up tight. It is a dark night, and as you step into the swirling fog, a chill runs down your spine. As leaves rustle in the wind, you suddenly hear footsteps behind you. As you slowly turn to see who is following you, the sound of a low moan comes to you from the side. The fog is thick, and you cannot see your own hand in the front of your face. Sweat slowly runs down your back as your breathing increases. All of a sudden, you feel someone breathing on your neck. A scream catches in your throat. Your muscles refusing to let you move. You feel them getting closer and closer and closer. The hair on the back of your neck rises and sends chills down your spine even more. You can hear the breathing close to your ear. I have found you. Battery Russell, Fort Stevens. It's in Warrenton, Oregon. Fort Stevens was a landmark built during the Civil War and saw some action in World War II, when the Japanese fired on it from the Pacific Ocean. The battery is vast. There are underground tunnels that reach to an acre and a half underground. Many areas are not touched by light, unless it's by lantern or flashlight. So it's pretty dark. There are many reports of ghosts of fallen soldiers patrolling the grounds. Although it's not clear which conflict the spirit stems from, there are ghosts seen in 40s era uniforms walking in the promenade and seaside. The battery is an area that you can sense the past, even in the light of day. In a group of people, the intrigue can turn to fear. People have been chased on the hillsides. People have had things thrown down to them inside through little holes where guns used to be. So, interesting. Maybe you want to check it out sometime. See if something says hi to you. Okay, guys, let's head to La Grande, Hot Lake Hotel in Hot Springs. The area was initially a place for the Native Americans until settlers built a hotel in the 1840s. The Hot Lake Hotel was originally built facing a nearby bluff, not the hot springs themselves. It was eventually used for leisure or to treat physical ailments. It's been a medical facility and a retirement home, as well as a sanatorium. The resort was used on and off until 1991, when it was abandoned in 2003. It was bought and restored. There have been reports that you can hear the voices of former guests and patients. One of the ghosts is a gardener that hung himself on the property. One claim is of a strange mist out of the lake. A piano that was once owned by Robert E. Lee's wife used to play music all by itself when it was on the third floor. And the stranger thing is, they're finding a higher average amount of car crashes outside the property. That's a little different, isn't it? Ready to check it out? Okay, guys, let's head on over to Lafayette. You want to go check out a cemetery? Ooh, what a place to meet ghosts. We're going to go see the Lafayette Pioneer Cemetery. There's a myth surrounding this area that revolves around a hanging of a witch in the cemetery in the late 1800s. Prior to her death, she cursed the town, saying that it would burn to the ground 3 times. So far, it's burnt twice. A little different. They say that her ghost has been seen in the area where she was hung and roaming in the cemetery where her body's buried. She's chased people out of that cemetery. Enough, apparently, that in 2016, and granted, I've not been there, so I don't know for a fact, so please don't hold me to it, but it was last heard that the cemetery was closed to the public. So, just so that you don't get chased and grabbed. Who wants to be grabbed in a graveyard? No. Well, this myth has been debunked, yet the truth isn't much better. A convicted axe murderer, Richard Marple, was hung near the jail in 1887. His mother was known as a gypsy by the town. This somehow was interpreted as being a witch. So, in many retellings, it was her that was hung, not her son. She later died in Jacksonville in the 1910s. So, which one do you want to believe? Either way, it's kind of creepy. You either got her or him. Maybe both. So, okay, guys. This one's a little different. Now, I've been around Cannon Beach, but not too often to really know Cannon Beach. This is a myth I've heard of, or haven't heard of before, I should say. So maybe someone can help me with it. But I'm going to pass it on anyway, because it's Halloween. The Bandageman of Cannon Beach. He pretty much hangs out, where do they say? Oh, on the abandoned highway that runs parallel to the main highway at night. You don't see him in the day, but how many spooks and goblins do you get to see then? He's an apparition wrapped in bloody bandages that loves to jump in vehicles, usually trucks and convertibles. No wonder I don't like convertibles. That's a good reason not to. The image can be seen in the rearview mirrors, but when you go look, he's not there anymore. You can smell it. Sometimes before you see him, he smells like rotten flesh. Sometimes if he's there, stops in to see you, he'll leave a bit of rotted bandage as his calling card. How lovely. That was a sweet gift. It's thought that he was a logger hurt in a sawmill accident. That's all I've heard. It's actually one of the first times I've ever heard of him. I'm very happy he hasn't jumped in many of my cars or with my friends. Then again, maybe he has, and just no one wants to say anything. How about we go check out Heceta Head Lighthouse and bed and breakfast. A lot of people have heard of the lighthouse. It's actually quite famous. It's a beautiful area. Loved going there. Loved going there anytime. It said that the main ghost that haunts the lighthouse and the Keeper's Inn is a woman that died around 1890. She killed herself shortly after her daughter drowned. If I remember right, during part of the tour, it was they didn't know if she had drowned in the ocean or if she had drowned in a cistern. And her daughter died. Some of her drowned around 1894, 1904. There's so many different stories and variations that revolve around Rue. A lot of people know her as the Gray Lady. She's responsible for footsteps and opening doors and windows. She's harassed workers that were there when they were doing reconstruction. She moved their tools and so forth. Some of the claims from other guests have been they could feel someone sitting on their legs while they were in bed. Some would see a depression on the bed next to them while they were sitting there, as though she sat next to you. Wouldn't that give you, oh man, that'd make me run. They say Rue got her name after a game of Ouija with college kids in the 70s. They were trying to figure out who the ghost was, and it spelled out R-U-E. You can kind of determine what you want to think about that. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Well, we enjoy. Goldies and ghosties and long-leggedy beasties. I hope you guys enjoy Halloween. I hope you enjoyed the video. As you can see, our lovely goats most likely do. Wish you the same. So, have a safe and fun Halloween. You just never know when you're going to come up with the unexpected.